Number Theory, Section 1, Programming, Video 3, For and If. In this video we're going to look at two really important statements that you can use in Python for writing lots of different sorts of programs that are going to be really useful for you in the Number Theory module, and they're called For and If. So let's start by looking at for and what it does. A for loop carries out a specified operation for each value in the loop. So you decide what loop you want it to run over, and then you tell it what operation to do for every value in there. This is how we set it out. For I in range, then I open the brackets and I specify the range that I want. In this case, I've chosen 1 to 10, so I write 1, 10, close the brackets, colon to end the line, and then on my new line I've said what I want to do for each value of I, which is just to print I. Let's have a look at that in practice. So, to set up the for loop, I start with for, and then I can specify any variable I like. I is a very common one to choose for this, so for I in range, and then I have to type in where I want to start and where I want to stop. If I wanted to go up in anything other than ones, I would need to also tell it what to go up in, but in this time I just want every number, so I'm going to say for I in range 3 to 15, and I put that in the brackets and my colon. And then on a new line, this time instead of printing I, let's print 2 times I. So then when I hit return, I'm expecting what it will do is to start at 3 and print 2 times 3, 2 times 4, 2 times 5, and so on, all the way up to 2 times 14. So there we are. I've got all of the even numbers from 6 up to 28. The mistake you need to be careful of is remembering that the upper number in your range, in my case 15, isn't included. So it's going through every value from the lower until just before it gets to the other. So when it gets to 15, it stops before printing out 2 times 15. The second statement that we're going to take a look at is an if statement. So we use if we want to carry something out if a certain condition is true. And we can use this together with for to find all of the values in a particular range that satisfy a particular condition. So in this example, I've said for I in range 1 to 10 again. This time, if I and then the percent symbol, which you'll remember last time is looking at the remainder, if I %2 equals 0, so if the remainder when I divide by 2 is 0, print I. And when this executes, it goes through 2, 4, 6, 8, all of the numbers in the range from 1 to 10, which have a remainder of 0 when you divide by 2. You might like to try this for yourself. So think about it, perhaps pause the video and try it in Python. How could you use for and if to list all of the numbers less than 100, which are one more than a multiple of 10? So here's one way to do that. I want all of the numbers between 1 and 100 that are one more than a multiple of 10. So I say for I in range, and I wanted numbers less than 100, so I can go from 1 to 100, and that will take me all the way up to 99 for it to check. And then I want to test if, when I divide I by 10, I get a remainder of 1, then what I want it to do is I want it to print out I. And that gives me all of the numbers between 1 and 100 that are one more than a multiple of 10. So there's that code again. For I in range, open bracket, 1, 100, close brackets, colon at the end of the line, and then if I %10 equals 1, colon at the end of the line, print I. In this video, you've learned how to use for to go through every value in a given range, and how to use for and if together to find all examples that satisfy a condition within a given range.